What up, team? Here in my garage with my brand new Lamborghini. I'm playing with y'all. Oh, it's starting to rain. So I was thinking, should I tune the C43? Also, the BMW X6M is coming sooner than you guys think. So that's on the way. But that is not what I want to touch base on today. I want to give you guys an update of the current situation and the direction I'm going in e-com. So a lot of you guys were asking me questions about digital products. The digital space when it comes to e-com is not something that I've really tapped into yet. I have years ago offered a digital product without actually knowing that this was a full possibility of doing it. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this is because y'all have to think outside the box. At the time, I sold a product digitally by email for, I'll just give you guys the information. So I used to sell a shoulder brace, right? In different markets, I sold it for older people like arthritis and all that stuff. And I also sold it to athletes. I think I did like $500,000 with that product. Now, the thing is, one day I'm like, you know what? It kind of makes sense for me to just, put together a workout or rehabilitation program for this product. So I'm like, bet. So I paid my sister like $50 and she essentially put together a whole workout / rehabilitation / stretch plan, whatever, on like a 5 or 6 page document to rehabilitate your shoulder, like just stretches and stuff. So what happens is I then schedule an email blast to send that out and then somehow made a couple $100 from it. And this is like long before anybody was talking about selling digital products in e-com. So it is a space that I've tapped into before, and there's obviously definitely a market for selling digital products like that. I don't know what kind of other digital products people are selling, maybe courses and stuff for different types of things. Now, the thing is, you have much higher margins on there. Now, we don't know what your actual cost to acquire a client or a customer is going to amount to, but at the end of the day, your margins just make a lot more sense. You have a little bit more of an idea as far as how much you can spend in order to break even or to be profitable. So that is one good direction to go in. It is something I'll potentially tap into within the next couple months as I'm developing what I'm currently doing. Now, the other route to go is the subscription-based products, right? Now, there's multiple different ways to do this. One is opting into a rewards program. So if you guys look at a website like Fabletics offers 50% off discounts for people that are subscribing to $59.95 a month, and they could essentially use that money towards in-store credit. Now, you guys know how consumers are. A large majority of people are likely seeing this on Fabletics for 50% off, using it because obviously it's a great offer, bro. You can buy so much clothes on Fabletics for 50% off, and obviously you could go turn around and just cancel whatever subscription you're signing up for. But most consumers are kind of just stupid, will stay subscribed to it, and will accidentally get charged month after month, and either realize, ask for a refund, or just not realize, or they might go file a chargeback. Which is why, obviously, in the subscription business, especially when it comes down to recurring products that you're going to be reshipping every single month, you guys have to be careful, because if you reship the same product every month, obviously you're going to have fulfillment costs on that, from one, and then two, you're going to end up putting yourself in a position where if somebody files a chargeback on these products or whatever it is, well, you're out all of that budget, right? So from a liability perspective, you guys have to protect yourselves, for one, and then two, I think you're better off setting this up in a way kind of like how Fabletics did it, just because when Fabletics does this, they know that consumers also think about like Amazon Prime. I'm subscribed to Amazon Prime on like 3 different accounts. I don't even know the login to the password for them. So like they're taking advantage of me being an idiot consumer and paying these monthly fees without even knowing. And then every month I'm like, oh, well, fuck, it's $9. I'm gonna fix it next month. And then I end up in the same situation again. That actually just happened to me with Adobe, I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, point being is you guys really have to start looking at things from a different perspective. Like when you get into business, and I think there's different phases to business, right? So the initial phase is you just selling a product or having an offer and selling it and making money doing that. And then the scaling phase is when you discover that, I don't even know if I would say scaling. I'd maybe say more so profitability phases. You start making more money when you start thinking outside of the box and you start figuring out how you can increase your margins from a simplicity perspective. Let's say that. Now, reason being is most people overthink things, or most people don't invest the time and energy into building out better systems to increase their profitability. So as a business owner, this is the point in time where you're going to really start to turn into a business owner, lock in as an entrepreneur and start thinking outside the box and doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, investing time into this. Okay, invest into that. Potentially buy a course on somebody that's doing the same thing as you, but are having insane margins. So that's the profitability phase, is where you actually start making proper money. Now there's scaling. This is when it turns into a different ball game. This is like, you go from like 10K a month to like $500,000 a month. You're like, fuck, I'm good at this shit. But yeah, so point being is there's so many different phases when it comes to this stuff. And it's a matter of you deciding where you want to classify yourself. Like, what kind of entrepreneur do you want to be? What is this something that you want your life to depend on? Is it something that you're willing to invest the rest of your life doing? Or is this just something that you're doing to generate a little bit of extra income on the side? Damn, it's starting to rain. Right? So don't overcomplicate the process for yourself, but when you get started, you have to know that this is something that you want to do. And this is something that you have to want for yourself. You can't just do this stuff expecting it to change your life, and there's no sort of time or monetary investment on your end. So that being said, like, simplify it as much as possible. Know, really and truly, know mentally that this is something that you have the willpower to do, and that it's something that you actually want to do. Like, there's so many people that I talk to out there on a regular basis where you guys have ideas and you guys have this and that, but you guys like the thought and the idea of doing something more than actually doing it. It's not something that you actually want for yourself to the point where you're willing to make those changes. It's something that you want for yourself from the beneficial perspective, the beneficial side of things. Now, me knowing that, I'm gonna talk to you guys and let you know, because sometimes you start doing something and you end up too deep in before realizing it, and you have no choice but to continue. Like, for example, me right now, I'm so deep into this business that if I decided to get up and just stop doing this, I'd go broke and bankrupt, and I'd be in debt. And then not only that, if I went out and I got a job, for the amount of expenses that I have, there is absolutely no job, even with my experience, which is crazy. I don't understand how jobs pay somebody based off of them having a paper from school, but not based on the experience that they have. Like, I've probably done, I don't know, over $5 million in e-com, $10 million in, I don't know, something around there. I know that I've done over 5. I think it might be between 6 and 8 or 10. Let's just say between 5 and 10. There's a big difference there. But anyways, point being is, even me, after doing that, there's all these people that still wouldn't hire me for a job. That still would not hire me for a job. And the point that I'm getting at with this is, people in today's day and age value a paper slip over experience. Why? Because I'm gonna go in that workplace and I'm gonna be smarter than all you motherfuckers, because I have the experience. But anyways, point being is, I'm so deep in and I'm so cooked right now that if I stop doing this stuff and I got a job, there's no amount of work and money that a regular job could give me that would allow me to be able to pay my current monthly expenses. And it's not even personal expenses. I don't spend that much money on a lot of stuff. My car is cheap. My house isn't that expensive. Phone bill, whatever. Honestly, I don't have that high of monthly expenses when it comes to personal expenses. My issue is business expenses are high. So honestly, you know what? This conversation I just had with you guys has enlightened me on something. And I think I need to start to lower my business expenses. So I'm gonna go figure out how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, what a good idea. This walk has been profitable because I'm gonna go cut some business expenses right now. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in with me. Link to the Telegram group chat in the description down below. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.